But like, what defines somebody as alcoholic? We should look that up. It's a little dry down there. Okay, I got hemorrhoids.
It's been a while. Do you want to do it? You want the honors?
No, you got it.
That was a horrible clap. Welcome to the Ain't His Wife, Never Mind podcast. That's Cam. I'm Jake, and we are
The Grass Daddies.
Yes. Cam, welcome back. It's so great to have you as a guest on your own podcast.
Yeah. I walked here.
We'll get into that. I still include in the description of every episode your like TikTok and Instagram, like, and like when we have guests, like I'll include their shit if they're on it, like if Ben's on it.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think I asked Ben, like, do you want me to put any of your social? And he's like, no.
No, he's just like, he's already got too many followers. He's just him. So.
And Trace doesn't even have Instagram.
Really?
So I like whenever he's on, I'm like, Trace doesn't have an Instagram, but you can
add him on Xbox.
I was like, message him on Facebook and send him memes. But so we got some debriefing we need to do because you went spelunking in Antarctica.
Oh yeah,
just for recreation.
Yeah,
like,
it was. Yeah, I had a bad case of vaginal bleeding, and
right.
So I went spelunking to cure it.
Oh, I thought that was a result of the spelunking. But no, you did that as a treatment. Yeah,
and I also couldn't shit, so that's why I went there to go spelunking, because the water was just so cold. It's like a squeegee, you jump in it and your whole body tightens up. Just
that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Scientifically, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So then you were like, well, let me see how more I can push my body. Well, and as a result of that, you got hypothermia and you had to go into an iron lung.
Yeah.
Which is normally for polio, but but it somehow is a dual treatment for hypothermia. So.
Yeah, so that was a cakewalk. A lot of people don't come back from that, but, I'm here, so.
Did they have, like, at the dentist office when there's, like, a TV up above you and you can watch shit? Were you, like, watching movies and stuff? Or?
Yeah, I watched Forrest Gump on repeat.
You're like, because they have to, like, close the hatch. So you're like, before you close the hatch, toss in my PlayStation controller, some lotion.
Yeah, like, give me everything I need.
Everything I need. It's just really those two things.
Pretty much, but it's pretty rough, with the lotion and everything. It gets kind of nasty in there,
right.
But I made it through. And then, I bought Forrest Gump before I went in, and
right.
I still had Forrest Gump when I came out, so.
Right, you had a thing going for Forrest Gump because you watched it and you did that thing where
I got the idea.
You watch a movie that everyone like knows really well, and you're like, "Have you ever seen this movie called Forrest Gump?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, it's like one of the most legendary movies ever." And you're like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna do an ultra marathon now."
Yeah, and so then I did that, and I decided that I could not get malaria, so I decided to do the longest walk in the world, and made it through that, and here I am. I actually swam across the ocean. Great white sharks don't have shit on me.
Because when you finished the walk,
I just swam.
You swam to Australia.
Yeah, and then and then from Australia, I just swam over here and walked to where we are now, and now I'm recording the podcast. So,
which I mean,
I got these nice clothes on the road. Some nice truck driver dropped them off to me.
Oh yeah, you just literally.
Yeah, I just arrived today.
You just got here.
My legs are really tired, but Chipotle fired me right back up.
Right, we got Chipotle bbefore this. Got stuff.
It was literally at least like over 500,000 steps.
Got 4 and an Alabama tick on a coonhound's ass.
Yeah.
I learned that one from you.
And I had a time frame, and that time frame was tighter than that's abstract over Wayne Barrel.
Yep, okay.
Learned that one from you, so there you go, buddy.
So, really what you could have done was once you got to like Siberia, you could have just swam the Bering Strait into Alaska. But, I mean, going all the way down to Australia and then over.
Yeah, I just,
it's a one way to do
I
it.
figured I figured malaria. I couldn't get malaria. That couldn't kill me. So why not go to Australia where everything wants to kill you? And they still couldn't kill me. So then I decided to swim with great white sharks. Most people go swim with dolphins, but I'm just better than everybody else. So I went swimming with great white sharks. And
what do you think it would take to kill you?
A great white shark.
But you didn't see any.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So
I actually played the lead role in Unbroken, and
you were his stuntman.
Yeah.
So you can't see Cam's face in any of the action shots.
Yeah.
Because that's the way they do it when there's like intense action shots where like we need you to jump on this real grenade.
Yeah.
You know. Well, again, there was no actual war. It was just in a fucking POW camp, but
yeah.
You know, when he was whacking him with the stick
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, that was Cam.
Yeah.
And you may be wondering, well, when that movie came out, Cam would have been in like elementary school, right? Well, he was big for his age, so.
Yeah, and they tried to get me to try out for the Olympics, and just not my thing. I'm too good for that. So
you're a runner now, but back then you weren't.
Yeah.
You weren't
no. After all this walking, I really got in shape, and yeah.
What's your next big feat you think you're gonna try to attack?
I don't know. Trying to conquer syphilis might be
Conquer syphilis? Okay.
That might be a good start. I don't know if that's possible, but
should we look up what are some amazing human feats?
Yeah.
And see what you make of them?
I mean, Lance Armstrong did an amazing feat, but didn't he cheat?
Yeah, he's a fucking cheater, dude.
Yeah.
He may have beat testicular cancer, blah blah blah. But I mean, he took roids, so I mean, he's a fucking cheater. So,
well, yeah. So what you did, that's not good. So just shut up and own it.
So I have a list here pulled up. But you said you haven't drank in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you said like 2 days ago it'd been 1 week, and today it's 2 weeks.
Well, because I wasn't counting. I'm not gonna be the douche. It's like a week and a half technically.
Okay, so you were rounding down.
After tomorrow, it'll be a full entire 2 weeks.
After tomorrow, it'll be okay. So
technically 2 weeks.
But I mean,
I'm rounding up. Okay.
But we're recording a pod.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I don't care.
So we can.
Yeah, we can hit the sauce.
I mean, I don't know what's in here.
But
you know the drill. We don't know what's in here.
Fuck. What was I gonna say?
It could be fucking. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. Oh, I was gonna say, you always got to round up, guys. For you out there, you always got to round up. If they ask how big your peepee is, you always go at least half inch or more.
If it's 5, you have to round up to 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's 4 or less, you can round down. But if it's 5 or more, you round up.
See, I always...
That's basic math.
All of these people tell me, oh, it's Cam telling a story, so cut that in half. No, if you aim really, really high, then it still seems like a cool story.
Hey.
I got a 14-inch pecker, cut that in half.
Then it's only 7.
Yeah.
That's still pretty nice. Okay.
Exactly.
What's inside? What do we got in there?
Some garage beers.
Clanging and banging around.
Limes. Classic lime beer. I've never had these, to be brutally honest.
You said you've had the regular ones?
Yeah. They're
but
pretty
you
pretty
haven't
good.
had the lime ones?
No, I never had lime.
I tried.
This my boy Ronnie Deutsch, I think, drinks these all the time, but I think he's like part of the guy, ain't he?
Part of the
ownership.
I don't know. I mean, I know the
think
Kelsey
he is.
brothers are sponsored by him.
I think it's the Kelsey brothers and Ronnie Deutsch, I believe. I don't know.
So let's crack these open. I have tried these before, but I wasn't taking it in very well. So I'm gonna consider this my first true taste test. So let's give her
Salud.
Hey, welcome back. Gotta do a smell test first.
I don't taste anything. I think I have the Ronas.
It tastes like the lime is very subtle.
It tastes like
it's not quite like a Bud Light lime.
No.
The Bud Light lime, the lime comes through.
But I might like this better,
So would this be considered a 5.6? Since the Bud Light lime is a 5.6. Because it ain't pushing 7.1.
No.
5.6. Take you seriously. 5.6.
I would go with this like a 5.4.
You know, I wonder
5.4
if we were to
5.8.
mix these with like grenadine.
I don't know. You got any grenadine? What the? Guy's got a cooler down there.
I just so happen to have some grenadine and a couple glasses. In the event that
that is a sweet.
You never know
mug.
when you need a grenadine to put in your beer.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna side pour this garage lime right into this Bigfoot glass. You know, our 5.6 to a 7.1 episode where we did this is our most viewed episode.
Oh really?
It's like 156 views.
1,000.
No, just 150 something.
Oh, so I should probably throw these back in there and keep them cool, huh?
Can if you want. Whoa, almost knocked my beer over. That's okay. So, for those of you that don't know, if you take a Bud Light Lime, throw a splash of grenadine in there, it tastes like a fucking cherry limeade beer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know how it's going to taste with this because the lime is very subtle, but
Did you guys just get this cup?
So you take your lime beer.
That's a lot of grenadine.
Pour a little grenadine.
That thing red like a dick on a dog.
A little grenadine in there. That's about how much I poured. I don't really have anything to stir it with, but should we? Yeah, just. That she has turds in her ass.
So before
I'm
this,
not very aware of the human.
Before this, we were just watching two comedians that are very close to our level of comedic relief, but
as in they're almost at our level.
Yeah, like they're
dude. This is pretty fucking good. It definitely makes it better.
Yeah, you should try this because it don't taste like beer.
Yeah, we're getting a no from the wife over there. Bailey's sitting in, former social media manager is sitting in the studio.
Yeah, once again, she got shit canned.
Along with our tech manager is also sitting in there, my girlfriend Lena.
She also was supposed to film my entire feat of walking all the way across the... What peninsula is that? I don't know. But she fucked that up, so she got fired from that and shipped home.
She got fired long before that.
She just keeps following me around. It's like... I have treats in my pocket or something.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck, what was I going to say? I don't know. You got me off my... Oh, yeah. So last time you were here and we were able to record a podcast, but our dumb, broad girlfriends and wife wanted to be on the podcast with us, so we weren't able to do it on our own.
But
now the A-team is back.
Oh, yeah.
The way the podcast should be. And Cam and Jake are at the helm again.
And we're not feeling rough. I actually, I told Bailey that, like, I'm really going to, like, not drink as much because I felt so much better.
Really?
Yeah. Like, just from, like, not drinking, like, every day or, like, even, like, every weekend.
No shit.
Yeah. Your gut health feels a lot better.
It's almost as if... not ingesting poison every day makes you feel tops.
Well, like, but I still have a pooping problem.
Oh, yeah? What's your pooping problem?
I can't get...
You want to put that in there, too?
Unless it's like...
You can't get a shit out.
It's like maximum, like, half a roll of toilet paper before I'm clean.
Half a roll?
Yeah. Every
time.
So
you lied on your survey.
What do you mean?
Well, actually, no. Your survey answer was like... I think it was like 7 or 8. Sometimes I just get in the shower. That was your answer to how many times you wipe?
Actually, funny story, poop talk. The other day, Bailey was home when I got home from lunch. And, I was at lunch and I go, man, I got a shit. So I took a shit and Bailey's sitting there talking to me because she had to use the restroom. And I told her, I'm like, I'm just going to have to get in the shower. So I took all my work clothes off, set them on the bathroom floor, hopped in the shower, took a shower quick, and then jumped back out, got my work clothes, all because I couldn't get my asshole clean.
He needed a full body bidet.
Oh, yeah.
To get on with his day.
And then, like, don't you hate that when you go to wipe, but you still have some dangling down there, and it just...
The Sharpie.
Yeah. No, but it's more than a Sharpie.
More than a Sharpie?
It's like latex paint. It just spreads everywhere.
Do you want to hear about some incredible human feats and see whether or not they even hold a candle to
if they're even close to where I'm at?
The mighty inferno that is Cam Willman.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to need to update this. The longest nonstop run, 350 miles. I mean, you absolutely obliterated that.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to need to get you in on that. Deepest free dive, 830.8 feet. What do you think about that?
That one still got me. I haven't dove that far. But maybe that'll be my next one. You never know.
But do you think you could do that?
I have a serious question. No, this one's like actually. So you know how water pressure, the deeper you dive, it gets heavier? What if you go way up in the mountains?
The air is really light and you need oxygen because there's no air. So you have to acclimate yourself to being up that high.
No, but like not that high. Like I'm saying, like in Colorado, where the air is still lighter.
Yeah.
But does that change the pressure of water?
No.
Or does
I don't think so.
Well, because I guess everybody
You're
still
saying
technically has the same weight.
You're saying a body of water that's further away from.
So can you jump
like the
higher?
core of the Earth? I think the gravity is pretty relative. Like not relative. Like it's pretty consistent. Whether the gravity pulling down the water is the same.
Yeah.
So if a body of water is at a higher altitude, the depth is still going to provide the same amount of pressure because it has to do with the amount of water that's above you pushing down on you. So
I was wondering because like if you dive, you know. Actually, talking about the deep dive. I seen a video the other day of these people doing like super deep. They were diving super deep, and then they would come up and they'd like pass out.
Yeah,
because they came up so fast.
Yeah,
and they're like the lady off of. They sound like the lady off of Cheech and Chong when she snorts Comet instead of cocaine, and she's like. True fact.
I might need to watch that. Okay, most consecutive push-ups, 10,507. I mean, that's
consecutive.
I mean, come on, that's an easy.
Oh yeah, but man, that guy's an animal.
Cam's like, was he using? I mean, with one arm, I could double that.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's.
I do pull-up push-ups.
What is that? What's that? I pull myself halfway up and then I go like this on the
floor. No, pull-up push-ups, you like just flip yourself upside down.
Okay.
So you're in a push-up position hanging on a pull-up bar, and you just pull yourself up with your entire body completely flat. And you got to have a level on your body. Right. And if the bubble moves at all during this, they don't count.
It doesn't count.
So,
yeah.
It's an extreme feat of core strength. It's
pretty intense. When the Guinness rep comes, the Guinness book of when they come, they have to watch people do this. It gets pretty intense. They're like, nope, bubbles off.
Yeah. This is what.
I'm just joking.
Oh, we're looking up these amazing feats, and I had this question the other day at work, and I was asking a bunch of people at work, what do you think the highest amount of times in a day somebody's jerked off? No,
what's
like
the
I'm
record
serious.
for who's jerked off the most in a day?
Yeah.
Oh, let's look it up.
No, before you look it up, spit out a number.
Oh, because you know the number.
No, I don't know the number. Oh. I've never looked it up. I was asking these people like I knew the answer.
I bet it's easily like. See, I want to say it's like 67, but then I'm like, I think you're talking about like. I feel like if you get up too high, you're talking about seriously dehydrating yourself and like harming yourself. So yeah. I'm gonna say it's closer to like 32. That's my guess.
I'm gonna say 50.
50.
Lena,
write down the number. Are you looking it up?
No. What?
Oh, okay.
How many times?
What is the question?
Somebody is jerked off in a day. What's the maximum time somebody's wanked their Jansen? in a day.
What did you guys say?
The world. Jake said 33.
I said 32.
32. I'm at 50.
I'm gonna go 47.
Bailey.
In a day?
Yeah, one day. Because that's gonna be my next feat.
22.
22.
Cora, what is the world record of masturbating in one day? Response: it is out of one's reach. 83 times in 24 hours by a Thailand boy. Why do they got to say boy? Makes it kind of.
And why the fuck does he gotta be from Thailand?
Well, I mean, that's probably just where they're from.
83.
I would recommend you not even try this because one more guy has died in attempt to overtake this record after ejaculating 42 times. So don't follow the world record. Instead, follow a healthy number and masturbate in a healthy way to stay sexually healthy.
What's
Like
the
I
healthy
said-
number for winking it?
Like I said, like extreme dehydration. Because if you're shooting fluid out of your body,
Yeah, I guess
you're depleting yourself of, your body takes energy to do that and takes energy to create. Anyways,
83 times in a day. What a fucking stud. That guy's got to fuck like a horse, man. 4 times an hour?
maybe he was like at a sperm bank and he was just like, I really need to make this rent payment.
I'm going to be the highest dono, baby.
And he walked out of there and he's just like a shriveled up raisin. And he's like, I made $24,000.
$24,000 just fucking winking it. Dude, on black market, though,
Just an
a
absolute
testicle,
mountain of socks.
you can donate a testicle for like $250,000. I've legit thought about doing it. Like,
You thought about donating one of your nuts.
yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah. $250,000? I don't need 2 of them. One does the same job.
Okay, but then what happens if you get cancer in one of them and now you have none?
Lance Armstrong
Well, then
did it.
I'm going to have to save that $250 and buy one back from someone else.
Yeah.
Paying
so-
forward.
Yeah.
One ball at a time.
Exactly. You just go down the list, and then everybody in the world would be a one-nut wonder.
Highest free fall, 24 miles. Again,
24
Easy.
miles?
easy.
That's fucking light work.
Right.
I walked that in like 30 minutes.
You're like, you walk 30 miles in 24 minutes.
No, I walked 24 miles in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. I mean, you have a spacesuit,
Yeah.
so that's already check one. We'll borrow someone's plane. We'll take you up there. I'll get my
24
pilot's
miles.
license while we're at it.
No, 24 miles, that's like in space, ain't it?
Well, that's why I said you need a spacesuit,
Well,
which
but-
you have.
Well, how are we going to get a plane up there? The plane's going to fucking disintegrate.
Well,
we need
okay,
a goddamn
we'll make
rocket.
Model rocket. We'll make a big model rocket.
Yeah.
Strap you to the front of it.
Yeah.
A 5-point harness. It'll be safe. It'll be regulated.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get
We'll have
you-
a bunch of scientists there, so it'll
we'll
be
get,
cool.
Yep. We'll pack your parachute nice and good.
Oh, dude, talking about space. Did you hear about the astronauts that got stuck in space?
No.
So there was astronauts that got stuck in space, and I was listening to this, and they just got back, and they were gone for like 60 days longer than they were supposed to be, and they don't get paid for it.
What? Well, like, how long is their like food rationed for?
I don't know. They survived, but they got back, and they only get paid for the amount of time that they were supposed to be there.
That's bullshit.
They get like the guy said they get like a pension. So it's only like they do get paid, but it's not enough for like, it's like a quarter of what their pay was to go up.
That fucking sucks.
Do you need you want the grenadine?
I might go straight stick on this one.
Okay.
I do think it makes it better though.
I don't think they're bad. But they're not like to die for, you know.
What do you think about the original ones?
I like them just because they're different, but it's just another beer. It's just another light beer.
Right.
There's so many light beers in the world.
But it's cool.
Have you ever had a land shark?
What is that?
Okay, well, we got to get you some Land Sharks. Land Shark is made by Margaritaville,
Okay.
and it's like a Corona with a lime, but you don't have to put a lime in it.
Like it's lime Corona?
But it don't have lime in it. It just
Right,
has,
like lime beer?
Yeah, it's not a lime beer. No, it's like a Corona, but it tastes like it has lime in it. Like it's like,
Oh, okay.
like you know when you take a Corona and you put your lime in it and drink it. That's exactly
Right.
what a Land Shark tastes like.
That sounds pretty good. Are they here?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you surely would be able to find them here. I find them in where I live. So
You know, lately a lot you've been saying hot take.
yeah, that's a hot take.
But you've been there it is. You've been saying it in ways that it doesn't make sense. You're basically just like, I found something that I really like. Hot take. And I'm like, no, that's not the way hot take works.
No, I just like saying it. Like,
You're like PlayStation, like I was trying to say it wrong and it would have been right. If you were like PlayStation is better than Xbox, hot take. But that's not even really a hot take because that's an argument a lot of people make. A hot take is like, I might get like, this isn't what a lot of people think. Like this is kind of an argument that's like, I'm not going to have a lot of people on my side.
yeah. Oh, well,
But you're like, McDonald's fries are so good. Fucking hot take.
yeah, you take them off.
I got a hot take.
Well,
Do you have more hot takes?
Mm,
Tell me some of them.
I don't know. What?
What are some of Cam's hot takes?
What?
Cappuccino.
No, we're not doing that. And that's not a hot take. It may be a Cam hot take.
It's just I get like not infatuated, but like I come up, I hear these things, and I'm just
I
like,
love your way of just.
I just like can't like stop using it. So
You just get a vocabulary, like a set of words that you love.
Yeah.
It's almost like Cam's vocab of the week. It's like, what is Cam like saying this week? Kind of thing. Like infatuated. Like that's definitely a word you
I've
heard
been
recently.
saying something.
And you're like, I love this word.
I've been saying something, and Bailey, what have I been saying? Every time you're like telling me, you're like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened. I'm like, I say something and it pisses you off.
Doubt it. Prove it.
No.
Don't know. Don't know.
I don't know. I'll think of it. I'll try to think of it.
I'll have to try to
But,
ask my editor to do that. But
I've realized that I must have just like a really open brain.
yeah,
Because I've been
believe
watching guys play like Rainbow Six Siege. Like I've been getting into Rainbow Six Siege.
oh yeah. Tell me about it.
The one guy, he's always like, he has Tourette's, I believe. I don't know if that's true fact.
You have a way of just finding these characters, don't you?
But, well, everybody knows him. It's Jinxie. You know who Jinxie is?
Oh, he actually has Tourette's?
I think so. I believe he's actually diagnosed with Tourette's.
Oh.
And that's why he's like always like,
I thought he was just loud.
no. Well, I don't think that's his tick. I think his tick is like blinking and or like just sudden movements. Well, every time he like goes through like a door or something in the game, he goes like this.
Like he ducks?
Yeah, and
In real
I was
life?
watching him so much that like it got into my head. So I was sitting there playing with my brother, or like just in real life, I was like,
Like ducking around corners
Yeah.
and stuff?
and so then I watched this other guy. He plays and it has like an filter as a pineapple. Like he just plays
A
as a
what?
pineapple.
Oh.
His
Wait,
name's-
what?
His name's Sir Pineapple, and he
A
plays.
filter?
Yeah, so it's like, you know, like those like draggy like where, and he has like a green screen, but his head is just like a pineapple, and it just kind of like floats around.
Like a pineapple with a face or just a fucking pineapple?
Here, I'll just show you a
Yeah,
picture
pull
of
it
him.
up.
And
The other feat pulled up here is longest boxing match is 7 hours 19 minutes.
how?
Yeah, I don't know if you're beating that one. That one's crazy.
No.
Yeah, there's no way.
So this is him.
So it's a pineapple like on his face.
Yeah,
like you can see his
but
eyes
like
and
it
mouth.
like drags around. And
okay.
So another thing I've been saying all the time is like anytime he kills someone in the game and it's just like out of nowhere, he's like, "What's up?"
What? That's so weird.
And so I don't know. I walk in places and people start talking to me. I'm like, what's up? Like, they just fill my brain with knowledge, and it's just, I'm not knowledge, but like.
Will you stop fidgeting?
Sorry.
Here, aim it. No. There you go. Because you keep moving it back and forth on your pop filter.
That's going to be
Move back a little,
editing.
Move back a little. Right there.
Okay.
That's where I want you. Perfect.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I think I just have a very influenced brain.
Sure. When you watch a lot of things, you pick up their habits.
Yeah.
I've talked about this before, like Oprah side.
I thought of the deal.
What deal?
So anytime because oh my God, this fucking happened and I'm so not happy about it, I'm like, I always say hell of a deal.
Hell of a deal?
Yeah.
Like a basically different way of saying that sucks.
Yeah, like a guy from work comes up, he's like, oh my God, this guy fucking pissed me off. I'm like, hell of a deal.
You're like, wow, that's tough shit.
Yeah. Anyways, that's like my other thing of a hot take lately is hell of a deal.
That's your hot take?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell of a deal.
That is a hell of a deal.
So,
I have a little topic here we might talk about for a little bit. We might talk about for a while. I don't know, but this kind of came into my head the other day. So we all know the Alan Jackson song. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
mm-hmm.
Is that the song the sole influence for why 5 became the standard for when it's quote unquote acceptable to start drinking? Or was it before that? You know what I mean? Like, when did 5? Because everyone just automatically knows, if it's 5 or later, it's like, I'm not going to be frowned upon by society for drinking right now. Anything before that is like, I might have a problem.
Or do you think it was maybe back in the Western days when there were saloons and stuff?
Like they weren't open until 5?
Yeah, because people had to get their farming chores done or their cattle chores done.
That might be the most insightful, intelligent thing I've ever. That sounds like such a good. We're gonna look it up, but that sounds. I hope that's right because that sounded really good.
They get done doing their chores and some guy's like, yeah, I bought this saloon and I'm gonna go serve liquor after whatever.
I really hope that's what it is. When did 5 become the time to drink? The phrase "it's 5 o'clock somewhere" or the idea of 5 p.m. as a time to drink likely gained traction in the 20th century, possibly inspired by the end of the traditional workday 9 to 5. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And the start of happy hour, although its exact origins are unknown. Here's a more detailed look.
But still, it could go back to that day.
The end of the workday.
Yeah.
5 o'clock somewhere. It's often associated with the end of the traditional 9 to 5 workday. Marking the end of the day and the beginning of leisure time. Happy hour. The rise of happy hour further cemented 5 p.m. as a time to drink, with bars and restaurants offering discounted drinks and appetizers during this period. Unknown origins. While the phrase has regular use in modern vernaculars due to its association with the end of the workday and happy hour, the origins of the phrase are unknown. Drinking in colonial America. In 1790, United States government figures showed that annual per capita alcohol consumption for everybody over 15 amounted to 34 gallons of beer and cider, 5 gallons of distilled spirits, and 1 gallon of wine. That doesn't say anything about a time of day, so I don't know why they put that on there.
I wonder if they're staying on the drinking subject. Do you think they have a number of the average gallons of any kind of alcohol consumed in a day in the United States is?
Let's see. So what was it?
The average amount of alcohol consumed in a day.
Alcohol is consumed in the U.S. per day. Do you want to take a guess?
20,000 gallons.
Actually, hold on. I only have a per year.
Okay,
The
per
average-
year.
The average American age 21 or older consumed about 2.5 gallons of ethanol, the alcohol in wine, beer, and spirits, per year in 2021, which is roughly equivalent to 535.5 standard drinks. So
A year?
we could figure that out.
So like
2.51 gallons divided by 365. Or we could translate that into...
Oh, that was a fucking fridge. I'm like, why did my mic just shake like that?
Yeah. We could translate that into ounces and figure out the number of beers. But
yeah. But that's really
I don't have my
really
phone.
low though. 35 beers a year.
Take your phone out. Take 128.
Hang on, let me find my calculator. 128. Okay.
Well, I guess because you wanted... Okay, that doesn't actually... I was figuring the average person per day. But that doesn't give us the total... Because we can't just...
That's fine.
We can't take the number of the population of the U.S.
Close enough. But like, what defines somebody as alcoholic? We should look that up. Because there's just a lot of people that aren't alcoholic. Well,
What?
how do you declare somebody as an alcoholic?
It's the first suggestion that comes up when you do. What defines someone as an alcoholic? Being unable to limit the amount of alcohol you drink.
Oh, fuck.
Wanting to cut down on how much you drink or making unsuccessful attempts to do so. Spending a lot of time drinking, getting alcohol, or recovering from alcohol use. Feeling a strong craving or urge to drink alcohol. Uh-oh.
So there's like
That's... I feel like there's...
a strong craving. Everybody has that one shitty day at work or multiple shitty days, depending on where you work. That's like, holy fuck. Somebody
I mean,
put a beer in my hand right now.
Those are extremely broad terms. I mean, any person that likes drinking is going to have a craving to drink. But if someone's like, I need this to function, or, you know, someone that's like, I have to start my day, you know, I guess there's different classifications. Like, there's some people that are like, they're shaky until they like drink a cup of vodka and then the shakes go away. That's like an extreme alcohol dependency type of thing. But
True.
I feel like when it comes to defining if someone's an alcoholic or not, it really has to do with your ability to control yourself.
Yeah.
If you can control yourself and go, well,
Well,
yeah,
then
I'm going to cut loose tonight and have a few. But
I might
then,
be a
like,
skosh.
Well,
Just to come here.
well, I mean, but you've given it up for 2 weeks. You
Yeah.
have the ability to just say, I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm. True.
An alcoholic doesn't have that capability. They need serious help to do so. Like, they have to go seek help. So, if you're asking because you're worried that you're an alcoholic,
No.
I don't think you are.
No, I was just wondering because, like, you hear a lot of people that go home and have 8 to 6 to 8 beers every night, and it's like, okay, well, in a lot of people's minds, that'd be an alcoholic, but they just do that because that's what they're used to doing. I don't know.
Right.
Anyways, new topic.
Well, kind of
not
on the
new
same
topic, but
kind of on the same.
yeah, different category.
There is something just so, I don't know, empowering about a nice, like, 2 beer or 3 beer buzz that starts to set in on you. And I was driving to the store the other day. This is unrelated. And I was thinking to myself, I definitely wasn't buzzed or anything. But I was driving to the store and I was like, God, there is something about when that buzz hits you where you just feel invincible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I could fucking, I don't know. Nothing can touch me right now.
Dude,
It's like an unstoppable feeling that comes over you when you get that buzz.
Yeah, sometimes, honestly, when I'm, like, drinking, Or like I'll come home from work and I'll get in the shower and some good tunes come on, you know. And I have that 3 beer buzz going or 2 beer buzz. I'm like, I want to go fucking work out.
There's almost like a wave of confidence that washes over you. You know what I mean?
Like I feel like I could like lift, and I want to go lift. That's like there for a little bit when me and Bailey were actually going to work out. I'd mix my pre-workout with like beer.
You're working out. You were mixing your pre-workout with beer?
Yeah, I would drink my pre-workout.
I retract my previous statement. You might be an alcoholic. I'm just kidding.
Dude, no, they go like
that's
hand in
wild
hand.
though. They do?
Yeah.
Pre-workout and beer?
Yeah. It's like crack cocaine.
Pre-workout and beer. I shove a Zin up my ass and I fucking get after
No, I
it.
quit that. That bullshit, but I did quit.
Slide me another one. Okay. But there's like, you know, like the phrase liquid courage, for example. It's like that is a very real thing.
Yeah.
Because something about when you're loosened up.
You loose.
You know, I'm not talking about pegging, but when you're loosened up.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. All right, I'm going to have to leave these out. It's too big of a pain.
Yeah, that's
to
fine.
Get the box in and out.
That's fine.
But, I don't know.
I thought that would be a cool name. Like, I was like, that'd be a cool name for a podcast, Invincible When Drunk. But then I was like, that's a little aggressive because you're just insinuating.
Yeah.
Like, not that this podcast isn't themed around drinking beer and whatnot, but that's a little bit invincible when drunk.
Exactly.
But maybe if I was to, like, you know, write my country album, that might be a song on it. Just, but you know what I mean?
Anything can be a song nowadays.
Trace has been like binge watching the episodes or binge listening to them, and he'll be talking to me like we'll get on Xbox and he'll be like, yeah, I listened to the episode today where you and Cam were blah blah blah, and he's like, I listened to the episode today when you said you wrote a country song. You wrote part of a country song, and Cam's like, sing it for me, and I was like, and he thought like that's the case. And he was like just picturing you singing to Cam. I'm like, it's not like that. I was just
sing it for me, baby.
We were definitely invincible at that point in the podcast. I mean, nothing could touch us then. I was fucking singing about a fucking country song
that you wrote
called "Welcome to the Midwest," which I didn't actually write the whole song. I wrote like 3 lines of it in my head while I was mowing.
While you were mowing your yard. Like, I feel like that's something you do on... There's nothing going through my mind when I'm push mowing my yard. My yard is so fucking big. I'm, like, just over it.
Do you throw headphones in, listen to podcasts at all?
No. The last time I did it...
You're not much of a podcast listen to or
I used to be, but... Now... Like, with what I do, it's like some days, fine... But I work with 2 or 1 guy every day. So, and I really don't like to run like any, like when I'm running like a mini or skid steer or anything like that. You want to be focused
in because it's pretty fucking serious.
Yeah, like I don't, like I'll have the radio on in one of them.
What station?
Well, most of them have Bluetooth, so I just Bluetooth my phone to it, but... I don't know, like, I don't like listening to podcasts like that because, like, well, when I was working at the golf course and I was mowing, fine. Because I've done that for so long that it's just, like, brainless now. You know, like, I can just get on a mower and I'm just like...
So, from what you're saying, it sounds like music can be background noise for you, but when it's a podcast, the podcast can be distracting.
Like, I get locked into it, or...
Because you're listening to the conversation.
Or, yeah. Oh, but what really makes me mad is, like... I'll listen to it and then I will like I'll be listening to it and then I'll like focus on what I'm doing, like if I'm digging with a mini or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, what the fuck did I just miss? So then I'm constantly going back in the podcast, and it's like I never get anywhere because I'm just sitting there, and then I miss it.
Because you want to hear what they're talking about and retain it.
So like with what I do now, I don't really do that, and Like, even if I'm in the hole, I don't like to have earbuds in when the mini's working around me or, somebody else is working around me. And then I just kind of feel like a douchebag if I'm in a pickup and I just have my earbuds in.
Sure.
But I don't know. It's like, like when you're sitting there trying to talk to somebody and you don't realize that they have earbuds in and you're like, and then they're like, huh? You're like, well,
it's the most annoying thing
fuck
ever.
you. I don't want to talk to you now.
Right.
Like,
I deserve your undivided attention and nothing less.
Yeah.
Take your fucking, if you see me approaching, take your fucking headphones out. Get a notepad out.
Well, and with what we do, like digging around water mains and in between gas and electrical and that shit, you usually do have like somebody spotting you.
Sure.
And a lot of times they're talking instead of using like hand signals like down and
right.
So like stop. If you have your earbuds in, you might not hear that, or even if you accidentally hit something, like you don't hear it like the pop, or
right.
You'd have to just feel it then. So
right. You're basically what you're saying is your job isn't a very favorable environment to be
like podcast, yeah.
Right. It's not a brainless job. You got to be locked in.
Kinda.
When you're doing a lot of the jobs you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of brainless, I made
for it.
I've made a few trips to Casey's lately, and our favorite worker still works there.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
We should print off like a Grass Daddies Podcast business card, and you could just hand it to her.
We want her to listen back to all these episodes where
sure.
we're making fun of her and shitting on her.
Well, we haven't really made fun of her. I guess we have.
What? Whenever we talk about her, we're like, this fucking dumb idiot is always making everyone know that she's pregnant.
Well, don't do that.
But, I mean, she's still, every time I check out,
Have
a good day, hun.
Have you asked
Calls me
her?
hun every time.
And you're like, I'm older than you.
Dude, I have my hat down, and I'm just looking down the whole time, and I'm like trying to press my rewards. She's like, your reward is ready for you. And I'm like pressing my rewards, put my rewards in, put my card in. She's like, have a good day, hun. I'm like, thanks. And I just walk away. Like, I don't even say a word. I just try not to provoke conversation.
Have you asked her how her kid is?
Fuck no.
You should ask her.
I get locked in for like a 15-minute conversation, I'm sure.
The people of Grass Daddies Podcast want to know.
They don't. I don't think they do. I really don't.
What would you do if she came over and just was...
Came over to my house?
No. Came over to you like when you're playing the
like,
skills
will you put
machine.
another one in me? I'm like, Lena...
I donated
I'll be back
today.
in a few minutes. I gotta further
okay. I have a bone to pick with everybody like this in the world.
Like who? Genghis Khan?
No. So you know that old lady that just
I know her.
She knows what's best for you
Who?
in your young age.
Like in general?
Like just that in general.
Like a wise old person, but in an annoying way.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the other day, I was at Cubby's, a gas station in our
You're like 36 years old, and you're like, I have a girlfriend. They're like, don't hug her yet. You gotta let the love seed grow.
Kind of, but I was getting an energy
we've already
drink.
done anal.
I was getting an energy drink, and out of nowhere,
We've done stuff that would make you have a heart attack.
I turn around, and she's standing like in the aisle that I'm about ready to go down.
Can I guess what she says?
Yeah.
Those energy drinks are gonna kill you someday, sonny.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's exactly what she said, pretty much. She goes, those are terrible for you. Those are terrible for your heart.
You're like, well,
and I'm like,
I'm still gonna buy it.
I'm like, yeah, probably shouldn't have them. I go and get a snack. She's like, yeah, that's not very good for you either. You
She
should
just following you around?
Well, she's like talking over the aisle to me.
She's like looking through the shelves like, I wouldn't get that either. Closes it up.
So, anyways, I'm like, I grab it. And I got, I can't even remember what it was, but I got it. And then she's in the...
I ended up leaving with an apple and a water. I don't even know what happened.
She eventually comes up behind me in the checkout line. And she's like, yeah, my husband, he died from a heart attack a couple years ago. And I'm like, okay, is that your way of like deriving me from getting this energy drink? And she's just like telling me.
Did he also paint your house with lead paint and have a thermometer with mercury in it?
I'm just like,
there may have been some other underlying issues from your husband that was 97 when he passed away.
Did he drink a bunch of energy drinks? No. Okay, then
that
just
didn't exist.
Let me drink this and it can have its way with me.
His mom gave him a spoon of whiskey when he was an infant because he was teething.
Yeah, exactly. And the same lady is always working there. And so I went in the next day. And she goes,
the lady was waiting for you in the parking lot.
No, the lady goes, yeah. After you left, that lady, she talked to me for like 45 minutes.
And she was like, that kid's trying to kill himself.
And I'm like, oh yeah? And then people are just so like socially awkward. Like I could talk to a brick wall. But like sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to have a conversation with anybody.
Sure.
But I hate when people start a conversation and then they're just like, no. Like people start a conversation, you're like, okay, sure, I'll talk to you. And then they're just like,
you're too nice to be like, I gotta go.
That's about it.
Or they're like, now you talk. And you're like, I didn't want to begin with.
No, I'm saying like people start a conversation and they say something and then you say something back and they're just like, yep, that was about it. And it's just like the conversation just like, got started. I'm like, okay.
You're like, what's your social security number? You're like, where do you live? I'll follow you home.
It is always me. And this gal goes, you guys have a good day. I'm like,
oh, the checkout lady?
Yeah.
And there's no one there. She goes, you guys have a good day.
Yeah. Like, I might go with the guy
right.
I work with, but he checks out like way before me. And so like I'm the only one standing in line and she goes, like, you guys have a good day. I'm like, is there a fucking demon sitting on my shoulder or what? You seeing two of us or what's going on here? Because there's not fucking two of us.
Next time you should just like aggressively turn around and be like, what? So she has to explain herself. So she's like, yeah, no, you have to. For the pod. That's been your thing lately too. Oh my God.
I got to get information for the pod.
For your bachelor party, you know what you kept doing? You were just...
It's for the pod.
Oh my God. I mean, you were hammered. And you're just like, I'm getting content. Main character mentality.
And I don't remember any of it.
I'm getting content for the podcast. You did like 7 hurricane shots.
And I don't remember hardly any of it.
What do you remember?
Well, after we took you guys back and we were getting ready to leave, some guy goes, oh, I heard it's your bachelor party, and bought me 15 tequila shots.
What the fuck?
And I took 5 of them, and I'm like, no, I'm done. And so I just turned around and handed the tray to some random person.
He bought you 15?
15
What's alarming is that
shots.
even if it was 7.5, that's a lot.
No, it was legit 15. And I was just like, I took 5 of them and then handed the tray to some random person, and we left.
That's so aggressive.
All I remember.
Fucking because I went to bed when we got back, which was like 11:30 midnight. And then you guys were like, we gotta go back out. We gotta go back out. See if that one gay waitress is still working there.
I didn't say that.
Well, I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
That. What was? Don't say his name. Don't say his name. But
yeah.
the one kid.
Yeah.
The kid that mooned me on the way up there.
Yeah.
Was like He was saying some pretty aggressive things to her when we were there watching the Husker game.
Yeah, I was just like...
We found out she was lesbian, and he was like... He said, well, can I get your snap and watch?
Yeah, and I was just like... I went in...
That's kind of aggressive.
Did you tell him to shut the fuck up?
What?
Did you tell him to shut the fuck up?
I went in, and... Because she went inside, and I'm like... We were all talking about leaving, and I went in, paid my tab, I'm like... I am so sorry. And so, like, yeah. I gave her, like, a $40 tip because I felt bad for, really? Like, what the fuck? Like, everything that was going on. I'm like, we literally just came here to eat food before.
And drink some beers.
yeah, but everybody got fucking torched. Well, he got fucking torched and was just being like a fucking weirdo. And I'm like,
yeah.
So I went in and I paid my tab. I'm like,
she was cool as shit. Because we wanted to make we were sitting outside and we wanted to make we were kind of by a main road and we wanted to make a sign that said, "You honk, we drink."
Yeah. And she went and got us like all the shit to do it.
She got us a sign and like a marker to make the sign. She made it.
So yeah.
She wrote it.
Yeah. And he was just being like a fucking dipshit. I'm like, so I went and paid my tab. I'm like, I am fucking so sorry. And so I gave her like $40 tip. Well, and then we all tipped pretty well. Well, then fucking Max dipshit gave her like $120 tip. I'm like, oh my fucking God. So we were getting ready to go back out to the bar, and he was like, we have to go back. We have to go back. And we walked in there, and I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, we'll just have drinks here instead of Ubering all the way back down to where we were. We'll just have drinks here because we're like not that far from the room. And why the fuck? If we really had to, we could walk.
Right.
And so she wasn't there. He talked to her sister, and she wasn't there. And then it was just like, well, let's leave. I'm like...
You're like, I got 10 more tequila shots I got to take, guys.
So they ordered an Uber all the way back to where we were when Spencer was singing with the...
What?
Yeah, we went all the way back to the... Whatever it's called.
Why did we even leave then?
What do you mean?
Why did we leave the Blackstone district if you guys went straight back there?
I don't know. I thought we were just going to get drinks somewhere close, and then I got in an Uber, and I remember getting there, and I remember sitting outside waiting for an Uber, and I remember my 15 tequila shots that got handed to me.
Jesus.
But...
Well, I was in bed.
Yeah.
Falling asleep, and I woke up at about 2 a.m. to Spencer walking in the room. And I go, did Cam do another hurricane shot? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I didn't go with him. And I was like, what? He's like, I was down in the lobby. And I was like, for 2 hours? And he's like, yeah, I ran into some Iowa fans, and I was giving them shit. And I was like, for 2 hours?
Yeah, it was the fucking...
You're just talking to some random people in the lobby?
Well, we were all sitting there. We were down in the lobby, and the lobby ladies were fucking cool. So we were all kind of bullshitting with them. And then all of these parents and all of these girls playing softball came down. And then we somehow got on the top about going to watch fucking softball the next day. And, yeah, and I guess Spencer stayed there.
You were going to go watch these families of young girls go play softball?
Well, because we said something.
Hey,
we said
come
something
watch
about
your kids play?
being on my bachelor party or something. And they're like, you should come watch softball. And then we all started, yeah, we'll come watch softball.
So the parents were also kind of boozed up.
Yeah, they had fucking coolers down there.
The kids were bouncing off the walls. They were drinking like 13 bug juices. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, and I don't know. I don't remember much after leaving the hotel again. So
Jackson was staying in our room too.
Yeah.
And he came in not long after Spencer, like maybe a half hour after Spencer. He came in just dragging ass because he's not as, wild and crazy. He's pretty concealed. And he walks in and he just goes, by the way, the hurricane count is up to 7. I was dying laughing. 7 hurricane shots. It's like a one-off party trick. And Cam's like, again! It wasn't hard enough.
I don't even remember anything after the very first one. I don't remember much after playing pool.
My God.
That was at like
a long day.
8.
That was a long day. I mean, we got food for the Husker game, and we started drinking at like noon.
Yeah.
I mean, some of you fellers were drinking for more than 12 hours. Because we went to Topgolf. Because we went to Topgolf. Then Chipotle.
I was fine at Topgolf. And then, well, what fucked me up was right before we left Topgolf. And I got that fucking golf bag.
What golf bag?
The $22 fucking drink. That comes in a light-up golf bag that's supposed to be for 2 people. That they only let you get like one every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing was fucking strong.
Do you remember how much it was?
$22.
You just told me that, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hell of a deal.
Hell of a deal.
Oh man. Yeah, and then the next morning there is some down bad gentleman in the other room. Cam is passed out in the bed. Come to find out, the one kid fell asleep in the bathtub with it running.
Yeah.
And only got like 2 hours of sleep. And then we proceeded to get up, and because we were checking out at like 7:30 a.m.
I don't know who. I'm not sure who, but somebody woke me up at like fucking 8 o'clock and goes, Cam, are you going to wake up and shower? Fuck you, motherfucker. You let me know when we're leaving. I'm going to throw my shit in this bag, zip my bag up, walk down the stairs, climb in the car, and be miserable.
Which morning did you puke that? You puked that morning.
Yeah, I was
No.
puking that morning.
No, the morning of Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Because we were watching Bam Margera's YouTube video. Viva the Castle of Bam.
So we got there Friday.
Yeah.
We deleted that buzzball in the hot tub.
Yeah.
And
I got kicked out of a casino because I was too drunk.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Cam doesn't get drunk.
All because I couldn't get my card out of my wallet.
The morning of this long bender, you threw up.
Yeah. And
then the Sunday morning, after the long night of the hurricane shots and all that, you get out of bed. I don't think you threw up. You didn't throw up that morning, but you were a hurting unit. We check out. We get down to the parking lot, and Cam decides to perform a little party trick for us, and goes, "Hand me a Busch Light," and proceeds to shotgun a Busch Light in the parking lot, as you surely were still drunk from the night before because you had a
hammered.
lot. And I was like, that was neat. And Spencer and I drove home and proceeded to find out a couple days later that you had thrown up several times along the trip home. Like, I heard it was more like 6.
No.
I heard you threw up 3 times before you got out of Omaha.
No. So we stopped at the truck. We stopped at the truck stop for Max, right? The rest area that's like right outside. You know where the big church is up on the hill?
Okay.
The little rest area that's right there.
Like,
we
this
stopped
would be a
there.
nice, beautiful, scenic route
for
place to
Max.
Throw up.
And then I stopped outside Aurora.
Okay.
And then it was like...
That was the first time you stopped?
Yeah.
Then maybe my sources didn't give me correct information. I thought you threw up like twice before you even got out of Omaha.
No. I didn't throw up till Aurora. And it was from sitting in the car like...
Well, yeah.
And all the alcohol was just sloshing around in my stomach. So I threw up, Aurora, right on the rest area.
You got to the rest area?
Well, no, we just pulled over on the off-ramp. And
like on the shoulder? You just threw up in the ditch on the shoulder?
I got out and just threw my fingers down my throat.
Pull trigger. I trigger. And you just...
I did that. Before I fell asleep, I did that twice. Aurora, and then one more time before Grand Island. And then I fell asleep before Grand Island.
You fell asleep?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think passed out. No, fell asleep.
No, I just fell asleep. Because I knew the only way that I wasn't going to have to quit stopping, or I wasn't going to have to keep stopping, was if I just went to sleep.
Oh, because it would just kept happening.
Because, like, you know, like when you're hungover, you don't feel like moving, and then when you do get up and move, you're like, oh. Or like when you go out from a hard night of drinking and you're laying in bed and you're like, oh man, I don't feel that bad, and you stand up and start moving around, you're like, oh my fucking God. My head is throbbing. I feel like shit. Yeah.
It was that day when you got home?
Well, no, I actually don't. I actually wonder if I didn't get sick. Well, we already had this talk about this.
I love when you do this.
But
you drink so much alcohol and you're throwing up, and you go, I think I got a stomach bug.
That's where this all started. I went.
I'm so afraid now.
I went home and I got home.
I think I ate something weird.
The worst part about that entire thing was where our friend that we rode with, he lived in Cozad, and so we rode in my pickup to his house,
and then you had.
So I had to fucking drive, and I got in my pickup, and I had no sunglasses, and the sun was dropping, and the sun was just beating right in my face. I'm like, this is...
The sun was dropping?
Well,
we left Lincoln at like 8, or we left Omaha at like 7:38 in the morning.
Well, like I'm saying, like it was like 2 o'clock or...
Okay, I mean the sun was on...
Like mid, like, you know,
Sure,
like reflecting off the roof. Like it wasn't directly above me.
It wasn't
or
setting.
me.
It wasn't setting.
No, it was just like the sun was just beating down, and I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Just this day can't get over. I think I literally, Bailey, was all my bags and shit just inside the front door? I don't remember. I think I got home and I just threw everything on the floor right by the door, went right back to the bed.
What time do you think you got home?
I don't know. It was probably like 1, 2 o'clock.
All right. So I stopped you before we started recording. And we'll trademark it.
Oh, yeah.
But you said you have $1 million idea.
Trademark. Okay.
And I really wish Trace was here to hear this because, you know, we are the ones that kind of, because that's what because you listened to that episode, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Because we had an episode called $1 Million Idea where we came up with $1 million ideas at the end of it.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just came up with this idea today.
Yep.
So you know how there's Build-A-Bear, right?
I'm aware.
Trademark.
Build-A-Bear Workshop, which is still a thing. We saw it when we went to the Mall of America.
Yeah. What about Build-A-Dick Workshop?
What?
Yeah.
All right.
You go in there, you can build a dildo however you want it. What size, what girth, what color. Whatever you want.
What?
$1 million idea.
Build a dick? Build your dick?
Yeah. Like you could put tentacles on it. You can do whatever you want. You can make it look like...
Tentacles?
Yeah, you can make it look like corn. You can make it look like an octopus. You can make it look like a fucking elephant's trunk. You can do whatever you want. We got molds for everything. Come on in to Build a Dick's Workshop.
Are you talking like a prosthetic?
Or like a dildo.
Like a dildo. Like a dildo, okay?
Because we were watching that strap-on video.
Well, you can get, or a strap-on, anything like that. But here's the thing. Build-A-Bear, you leave a message for your kid or your kid leaves a message. You put a little button in there from your significant other or, you know, whatever you want. So they can just play a message.
Wait. You're talking about building a dildo for your kid?
No.
Wait, you said put a message in for your kid.
No, Build-A-Bear, they have messages like in the bear.
Right.
For like your kid. Like, oh yeah, daddy loves you.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
But you put a message, like it has a little speaker in the very bottom of the dildo that's obviously waterproof.
Like, yeah. Like in the balls, and there's like the little speaker in the balls.
Yeah, you just press the button.
Where's the button?
I don't know. It could be in the shaft if you wanted
tell
it.
me.
Like you get it deep enough, you hit that, and it's like.
Okay, so first of all, walk me through your dick.
What do you mean?
Your dream dick. You're trademarking this. Tell me what dick you want. If you're building a dick, tell me about it.
It would probably have big old bulging balls, huge balls.
Like comically big. Unnecessarily
Oh,
large.
yeah, just like
they almost get in the way.
It looks like a basketball. Like
that's pretty big.
A half basketball, okay?
But one nut because you donated the other one for $250,000.
Yes. Yeah. Extra veiny.
The ball?
No, the shaft.
The shaft, okay.
Yeah, with a couple freckles.
Right.
Just little freckles on there.
Right.
Hood still attached.
Okay, uncircumcised. Hood is on. I come from the hood.
And about 24 inches long.
24.
I'm taking all of it, baby.
What's the girth? What kind of girth are we talking?
Probably about a chew can.
So it's 24 inches long, but it's like this big around.
Like this.
So it's really,
like this beer can.
So what I mean, it's really.
Oh yeah.
Like a noodle.
Home intruders. Who needs a gun?
Wait.
Who needs a knife?
So wait.
Dildo. Whack.
So wait. So is this a prosthetic that you like put on and you like pretend it's your dick, or is it like a strap on, just like a dildo?
Just a dildo.
So it's build a dildo. It's not
build a dick. Whatever you want.
I'm confused. Is it a prosthetic that you put on and you like walk around, like you just pretend like it's what, you know, like people get like piercings and studs, and it's like, this is a part of me now. Like, I'm guessing, is it form fit to your dick so you can like put it on? Like you put your dick in a mold and it's like,
sure.
I feel like wearing my dick today.
Sure. Yeah, fuck it. You know, why not?
I'm wearing my build.
It's
like,
made out of silicone, so
like,
why not?
I've got a big job interview today. I'm meeting some clients at the bar. I'm going to put on my Build-A-Dick.
I'm going to go in and see the old HR lady. And
right. And she's going to harass me.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good idea. Do you want to hear my dick?
Like, yeah.
My dick. My girlfriend perked way up when she heard that. She's really wants to know.
I just opened what you sent me on Instagram.
What did I send you?
Robert Irwin.
Oh, yeah. Did I make your fish flaps foamy?
I'd already seen it.
Oh, you've already seen it?
Yeah, I've already seen it.
I can feel it wiggling.
So
it's wiggling.
There's a trout in my pussy. Give me another beer. I'm starting to get invincible.
You didn't open what I sent you on Instagram.
We're on the after show. Yes, I did.
Bailey.
When did you sent me? Let me see if I can remember.
Bailey, did you even listen to what my dick's...
It says sent last week.
What was it?
I'm not going to tell you. You have to go look.
My phone is recording.
Hey, did you listen to what my dick is?
No, you sent me a video of...
No, it's not a video.
Herbie and Lil Red tryouts. You think I'd be a good Lil Red?
Yes.
Do I get paid?
Or Herbie.
Would I get paid for it?
Yeah, for sure.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, probably not. Never mind.
I wouldn't get paid? I would do it if I get paid. That'd be fucking sick as hell. You know how full circle that would be? Because I used to be afraid of mascots, and then I become one. It's like Batman. Dude, it's the ultimate Batman story. How Batman was afraid of bats, and then he became a bat as a symbol of justice. I was afraid.
I don't know.
I was afraid of the fun that the mascots were trying to cause, and now I am a staple of fun and cheer for all to enjoy. Full arc.
I was like, who lives in Lincoln that would do this?
They're like, oh, wait.
Oh, no.
I know
if
a
we
big,
still
tall
lived here, I'd
idiot that
definitely
would
try out.
I know a big, tall idiot that would totally get inside a costume and chase kids around.
Herbie Husker.
Bailey, did you even listen to what my dick is?
Yes, I heard you. I'm choosing to ignore you.
Why?
Because she likes your dick just the way it is. There, I answered it for her. About my...
Yes, tell me about your
You wanna hear about-
voluptuous dick.
Okay. Close your eyes and picture it. I'm just kidding.
Hmm?
What?
It might be Amy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
What's up?
What's your dick?
Jesus Christ.
We've got some surprise guests for the podcast.
What's up, motherfucker?
You're blocking the shot. Get over here. Get over here.
Well, have you been drinking
Get
all
over
night
here.
or what?
All day, baby.
What's up, Fern?
Come on in.
You need a beer or what?
Long time no
I just
see.
cracked
Hey,
one.
do you want a garage beer? We got.
Garage band.
We're doing $1 million idea. If
Yeah,
you
it's
want
$1 million.
That mic
I gotta
is-
re-explain.
If I
it.
want to squat down,
grab that chair.
I'll
Ferb,
grab
you
your-
can share
I'll
that.
Grab your dick.
You can
I'll share
ferb that with Trace. We're just
Okay,
I gotta tell you-
repitch it. I gotta repitch it.
This dude's fat as fuck.
okay.
All right.
All right, I gotta.
There's
repitch
another.
it.
There's more chairs out there if you want to
No.
go grab one. No, okay.
He does. All right.
I gotta repitch it. Okay, so
So-
you know how there's Build-A-Bear, right?
No, hey.
Build
First
a
of all,
bitch. All right.
$1 million idea.
Yep.
We're doing $1 million ideas.
Why is
Yes.
this flimsy?
That thing's bad.
Why is this flimsy?
At the bottom of the chair. At the bottom of the stairs.
Because it came from
Hello.
not my company. So I've already trademarked this. Furby, heard your fucking ass up. I'm trying to tell him my $1 million idea. I want to hear about Jake's dick.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is bad.
Thank you.
Might be the best beer I've ever had.
Are you cheaping out on us?
No,
Just do
these
this.
are the newer ones, and that's the old one.
There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You guys can either
Yeah, use that. Phone.
you can't really share headphones, but
I'm gonna share his head.
you can share Trace's head.
Okay, so $1 million idea.
Fine.
While you guys are in here, so you know how there's Build-A-Bear, right?
Yeah, I know how.
So Trace and I were talking about $1 million ideas.
I actually made a Build-A-Bear
Yeah.
once in my life. Yeah, it was a frog. It was a frog, and
That's Build a Frog.
I wanted to name him Jeremy, and my mom. I was young as fuck. My mom was like, "I'll help you spell Jeremy," because I didn't know how to spell it. And we.
That's okay. Well, if you want to adjust it to get him in
Here.
the shot, that'd be great.
Keep talking about
Anyway,
whatever the fuck.
Why did you name him Jeremy?
I don't know. Jeremy was just such a dope name. Sorry to get you guys off topic.
I like how you're like, I wanted to name
Oh no,
his
we're
Jeremy.
still on topic. We're still on topic.
I like how you're like, I wanted to name him Jeremy. I was young. Like, as if that would be a weird thing.
I don't know. Anyway, my mom helped me spell it. She typed it out on the computer, printed it. My dad looks at the like receipt that you get, or like I think it's like a birth certificate, and it said Germany. So my frog was named Germany.
You had one fucking job.
It was my mother.
One fucking job, Trace.
Anyways, so there's Build-A-Bear, okay? Trace knows a lot about Build-A-Bear. Well, I came up with $1 million
Or Build-A-Frog.
$1 million idea. It's called Build-A-Dick. You can go in,
Dick.
build any kind of sexual pleasure dick
Try to
that
move
you
the
want.
mic in between you guys.
It
so
can
you share
have
it.
corn, tentacles. It
Okay,
can
what do
be-
you mean by corn?
Like
Wait,
it could be
what?
like
Wait,
it could be
hold
like
on,
a
wait.
fucking corn cob if you really wanted it to
Oh, okay.
be. It could be like Bad Dragon, this
I thought it
fucking
meant
long
like-
and a fucking
I thought it
snake.
meant like kernel lumps, like for texture,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
like pimples.
no, like a corn cob, like
Corn.
corn kernels. You know, I don't know. Fuck.
So produce.
So we're talking about building our dicks and how we would build it,
So is it like exclusively dildos?
or strap-ons.
What do you want to make?
Well, I just wanted to know. I just for the noise.
I mean, if you really wanted to, we could probably open it up to building like chastity belts for you and shit.
Okay.
And we could do build a box.
That's a good idea.
Build a box.
Build a pussy.
Oh,
We'll have build a dick, and then next door we'll have build a pussy.
Trace is like,
So-
I'm not a carpenter.
Sorry you haven't found
was-
a box before, but fuck.
So it'll be build a dick and build a pussy, and so hey babe, you go have fun at build a dick. I'm gonna swing over to build a pussy.
Right. Okay.
So
okay.
is it
So
like-
for the sake of the people that have already listened to this, why don't you build us your ideal pussy now, and you guys can go back and listen to the pod and hear about Cam's dicky
okay,
build.
okay.
So talk about your
A maximum room for maneuverability.
I want something that I can just like get inside
Yeah.
and just pull the whole thing, just roll around.
That's
At
a
least
flashback.
the fistability.
Mine's gonna look like a sleeping bag.
The fistability has to be at least 4 stars.
The fistability.
4-star fistability.
4 stars, as in like 4 fingers.
No, all 5. Just
Oh, fuck.
fucking.
All 5 digits.
Oh yeah.
going
We're
in.
reaching in there this deep. Okay.
Okay.
Balls deep,
So,
elbow deep.
On
all
some
right?
real Geppetto type shit. Some real.
Yeah. And I want it to be about as big around and about as fat as my Chipotle burrito I ate.
Okay.
I can imagine.
You just really want to fuck that burrito, don't you? I mean, you made a comment about it while we were there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We got Chipotle before this, and he goes, "If there wasn't anyone here, I would 100% pull out my penis and fuck this burrito." That's what he said.
I just wanna
Quote.
also mention that since I've been binge listening to you guys' episodes, you guys have mentioned Chipotle burritos in a good amount of episodes, so it wouldn't surprise me if you were both horny for Chipotle.
That's a good point, Trace.
Dude,
There was one episode where we
that
described how we make ours.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did it? I have a question. Did it make you hungry for one?
Hungry?
It made me
I'm always
hungry for a
hungry.
De Leon's burrito.
You're not a Chipotle guy.
I'm not a Chipotle guy.
Yeah.
They're
Dude,
Are
the
you
last
are
time
you
we
a
went to
Chipotle
De
guy?
Leon, somebody whipped their dick out.
Ferb, are you a Chipotle guy?
I would have liked
Yeah. But I will say one thing. De Leon's is falling off, and it has fallen off bad.
You think so?
My last 3, experiences,
Okay.
cold,
Cold.
soggy.
What?
But I only go to the
Soggy, I
West
can
O one.
understand.
The West O one's right by my house.
And that's understandable.
The West O. That's like the original one, ain't it?
You see that shit?
What?
I need to get me one of these.
No, you don't.
Oh, the pop filter?
You need one of those.
I need one of these for when I'm
those.
like talking to contractors.
And you're
like,
going like
getting
this,
old.
talking to contractors like, yo, this is
Look
what
at-
it is. You're going to need 25 yards.
You see all that concrete in there? Nobody can fucking hear me.
In your speakers.
Yeah. It's
You need to get one of those like Bluetooth, just some real blue collar shit.
You know
one
what
of
he
those
just
little-
reminded me of? Today
What?
we were watching at work. We were watching Ridiculous 6, the movie.
At work?
Yeah,
I need
and-
to come fucking work with you then. Watch movie.
and you know when? Have you seen the movie?
But I've
Have
maybe
you
seen parts of
Ridiculous
it.
6?
No.
Is that the Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah, the
Lena
like
seen
when the
it.
Western one.
Yeah.
Lena loves Adam
It's
Sandler
funny
movies.
as fuck. Okay, and well, they're going to play this like high stakes poker game or some shit to rob it. Well, Mark Twain walks in. He's like talking like, "What's up, boy?" Like all like not how it would be in that day and age.
It is Friday. Right verb? All right, what?
Whoa.
Okay, wait a second.
And
keep PG-13 here.
Yeah.
so that's what that just reminded me of when he's like talking with his hands.
Okay.
Anyways.
So do you want to build a box for us?
Build a box.
Oh, wait, you already described it.
Yeah.
So let me build a dick for you guys. All right, picture this.
Extra.
What's your ideal
Color.
schlong
Oh.
that you would sit on?
Sit on,
Sit on and bounce. Recreational.
verb.
Recreational.
Here's the thing.
Not for money. Recreation.
Here's the thing. My girlfriend has been begging to peg me.
That
Begging.
That's when the midlife crisis is gonna hit.
And you
Dude,
can only say no so many
are
times
you-
before I have to give in.
Are
Because
you
pretty soon-
scared? Are you scared?
You gotta.
Scared
Are you
what?
scared to let her peg you? Like I'm definitely would be. Cause like, what if she pegs me? I just love it.
So you're
And,
scared
like-
that you would accidentally like it and discover that
I know Tracy.
You're like- she's just back there ramming you, and you're like, "Oh no!" And she's like, "What?" You're like, "I love it."
you gotta think though.
so like, instead of us fucking, I'm just like, babe, throw that motherfucker on tonight.
Oh my god. Like with the amount of hair that's in my ass, it would take
So
a
my
whole
ideal
bottle
dick.
Oh, yeah.
of Astroglide.
So my ideal dick would be
Oh. Good point.
my build a dick. Ready?
Okay.
It would be comically large,
Like Saints Row 3, the Penetrator.
like so big that the veins on it look like little penises.
Oh.
So there's mini dicks on the big dick.
Okay.
And then, of course, I love the ergonomical design of those dildos where there's the extra little butthole. So when you're going in, you're hitting both at the same time. It's got to have one of those on it.
Okay. So you're already into getting pegged.
And because I love you, I'll add a little maybe oscillating feature to the butt one. So it's just
Because you love her. This isn't for her. This is for you.
I'm uncomfortable.
Wait, so this is all about you getting pegged?
no.
Oh, we're
No,
back to
no.
penises.
No, we're back
No,
to the
like
dick.
you can
Oh,
even.
It's for that.
No,
kind of
actually,
penis.
I changed. Scrap all that.
So your
my
Build-A-Dick-
Build-A-Dick, my Build-A-Dick is going to look like one of those giant like hogs that's on a rotisserie,
Yeah.
but it's just it's there, and then you hit a button, and then it just slowly starts to like rotate, and that's my Build-A-Dick. So I can say I've got a hog on me, and it's a literal hog.
I seen a pair of underwear that is elephant's head, and you just put your dick
For the trunk.
in the trunk, and it's got ears, and your balls just go technically in its mouth, and you can just walk around with it on.
Your balls go in its mouth?
Yeah, I seen it. I think it was on Temu or some shit.
Timu.
It popped
Yeah.
up as a Temu ad, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I clicked
don't
on it,
trust
and it was
Temu.
like elephant trunk underwear, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Does Temu or Wish.com have like sex stuff?
Oh yeah,
They
fucking
got
Sheen
They're
does.
like
Everything.
Amazon.
Sheen, you want the cheapest built fucking dildo that might break off in
What
your
is
pussy?
Sheen?
You don't know what
3D
Sheen is?
printed dildo, like literally.
Clearly, you haven't listened to
Yeah.
your girlfriend.
Holy
Sheen?
Shein. Lena, you've probably mentioned Shein, right?
I don't shop on Shein.
But you know what it is.
I do.
Charlie Sheen.
He doesn't listen to me either.
No, not Charlie Sheen.
Oh, I know what fucking Shein is because that's the only thing that you get a bag the size of this fucking fridge on your doorstep.
What have you ordered from Sheen?
I don't order shit from Shein.
Okay.
Bailey orders
I didn't know.
$180 worth of Shein shit, and she wears one thing out of it.
Sheen shit. Does she get a Sheen shed from Sheen?
Yeah.
She shed
A
from
she shed from Sheen.
That's a funny joke.
Fucking
I
comical
just
you
came
are.
up with.
Hell of a deal.
I actually have kept my New Year's resolution not ordering.
And you haven't.
Has anyone
Yeah,
failed their
how's
New
it
Year's
going?
resolution yet?
Like zero at all this year?
What?
Like 0 at all this year so far?
Orders from there?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Good job.
Since last time you were on, we talked about New Year's resolution. Has anyone failed their New Year's resolution yet this year?
I never make
No.
I
one.
don't remember all.
So you haven't failed.
I can't fail if I don't make one.
I'd made one
Fucking right there.
not to drink in January, and I failed on January 5th.
Why? That's so specific.
That's not even a year's resolution. My New Year month's resolution.
I
so
said to quit
specific.
vaping, and I haven't vaped, so...
You haven't vaped all
You
year?
haven't vaped all year? Hell yeah,
I'm
really?
Nuh-uh.
proud of you, man.
But you've chewed.
But wait,
But you
whoa,
quit
whoa,
that
Different, though.
recently.
No,
Yeah.
that's different.
I had rogues.
But
for,
what
like-
what made you want to quit?
We just did.
Did you just wake up one day and it was like, today's the day?
Yeah, well, we were talking about it for a while. So then I did, and then I did it.
How's it been feeling?
Oh, all right. And then, well, to now was the first time I've drank in 2 weeks. I was on the good boy boat, and then Jake just threw me off of it. But
I can't control what's in the Magic Mini Fridge.
that's all right.
And I don't know if we're going to get cursed because Trace brought in outside beer.
I'll take another one from the Magic Mini Fridge. Oh. Room temperature.
No.
Oh.
They came out of there.
So
That one was room temperature.
Cam,
Now, if you don't like lime beers, I'll say the lime is very subtle, so it's not very limey.
I told you
it's
about
good.
that time in Vegas where that gay guy was like, "Do you want to try my Bud Light Lime?" Yeah, I told you about that a couple episodes ago.
Oh, well, that's not
That was
nearly as
amazing.
bad as someone taking your shoes off and smelling them and saying, "Yeah, that's a good feet finder."
No, I can't argue with that one.
Trace wasn't there for that.
I know, but I was saying like that actually happened to me. My feet got sniffed,
Yeah, they did.
and I was tired and
I
drunk,
wonder if
and I'm
he's been
just
to
like,
build the
I
dick.
want to get your view on this. So, in the scenario I was in,
okay,
right? I was in Vegas. I was drunk. Alyssa's nowhere. She's in the room.
okay.
And I'm at the virtual roulette table, just hitting that shit.
You know, just
Just fucking making
black, red,
Yeah.
black.
And
Hey, what you betting?
I was betting like $20 a hand.
I need a beer.
Or $20 a roll. Anyway, so this
there,
gay
too.
couple sits next to me,
Top them off.
and I see that he's got like a green Bud Light can. Now, I had never seen that before in my life. And I was like, "What are you drinking?" And he was like, "Bud Light Lime." I was like, "I've never had that before." And it was opened already. He had taken a couple drinks from it.
These are the last two.
And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you want to try it?"
You know, as you do in
In
Vegas, when a
Vegas.
stranger asks you if
Would-
you want to
would
drink
you
out
have-
of their can.
Would you have drank out of it?
Yeah.
Like if you hadn't had it before,
Probably
but you were
not.
curious, you probably wouldn't. I
Probably
did.
not.
I did.
My ass.
I did, and luckily it was not drugged
Well,
because it could have been.
Was it a personal cup?
No, it was
Oh.
it was a can.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I saw him.
Good. Yeah, I would have drank the rest of it.
No, I
You've been
just
like,
took
can I
a couple.
try it? And just
Yeah.
all right.
You're like, that's pretty good.
Great topic. Great topic. If you are told that you have like a week to live, how are you living that week?
Oh my god, that's.
Are we going in a circle? A week to
Sure.
live.
Yeah, you start.
No, I can't. Because I'm about to say something diabolical.
Okay, so why don't you end it?
Okay,
Start
so
with
I
Trace.
start.
Before we
start with
start,
Trace.
though, is money an issue?
No.
Oh, okay. That's actually a good question.
We can just
Money is
assume
not
that
an
we have
issue.
unlimited money.
No, but you don't have like millions. Like,
But you have well enough off.
yeah, you have enough to like have a lot of fun for a week.
Okay.
But you don't have enough to like fucking go buy a $5 million boat and do whatever. you
Right,
want.
for a week,
No,
yeah.
nothing like
Crazy.
out of reach.
Yeah. Okay. So I've actually thought about this a lot, and on my bucket list is to go see an actual Arsenal game in person in London, England, and then also go ride the what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. The big Ferris wheel.
The London Eye.
Yes, I want to do that as well. And then I'd probably just live the rest of my life that week in England, finding shit to do.
That's very wholesome, Trace. That's a great answer. I
Yeah,
love
that
it.
was very wholesome compared to mine.
I'm sorry.
That's a wholesome. I love that answer, Trace. That was the best answer I've ever heard. Frankly, there's never been a better answer on this podcast.
What a beaut.
Mine is
What a beaut.
That was decent.
Decent, but I've never been more turned on. Side eye.
Okay.
Fair enough.
mine.
Wait till my Build-A-Dick comes in.
Yep.
Okay, mine and Bailey. You
I'm
might
gonna-
want to.
actually,
You
my
might want to
Build-A-Dick-
listen to this.
My Build-A-Dick, the head of it is just going to be Robert Urban's face. Just okay. Go ahead, Cam.
If I am announced that I have 1 week to live, I am doing the maximum amount of hookers and blow.
So Bailey's gone.
I'm living. No, she's still there. She could tag along if she
she's
wants.
just watching you fuck hookers and do cocaine.
Well, no, I'll probably leave her with some money, but oh yeah, I'm living
So
life.
you'll cut her a check. and
I'm
be
living
like,
life like it's the 80s.
So
I'm
you're-
fucking going somewhere in the middle of nowhere, some ran down that you're definitely bound to step on a needle. Hotel,
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
hookers, blow, and that's it.
So you're cutting her
All
a
the
severance
80s
check and just saying,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but I got to do this. Ugh.
And then if I catch something, I might just come back, give it to her, and then she'll have a something
to
left
remember
for me
me.
forever.
Is this like? Are we assuming this is like the age you are right now?
Talking to the mic.
Are you? Are you assuming this is the age you are right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
What age is it?
I'm guessing
That's
Cam's
what
like
I'm-
44 right now. Like
No, like even if I'm 80, I'm still doing that.
hookers and blow.
Hookers and blow, all the
Stepping up.
Viagra.
Yeah.
Once one fails, I'm popping another one. I'm eating those motherfuckers like they're
I am
chiclets.
going to be rock hard until my heart stops beating.
Oh, yeah.
When I get my sentence to when I die,
It might
I'm hard.
it might kill me because I'm gonna take all the blood flow from my heart right to my dick, and my dick's gonna have a pulse. My dick's gonna become my new heart.
Build-A-Dick.
Your dick doesn't already have a pulse?
Well, it does. No, that motherfucker dead. It looks
But-
like a. Looks like it's got frostbite, but it don't have frostbite.
Oh.
Well,
I had some gangrene on that finger earlier. So you see that?
No.
Yeah. She done cracked open.
cracked open. They get a little,
She hurt.
got a little too dry.
All right,
Need to get
Jake.
some- need to get some O'Keefe's working hands. But
What
you
got?
I mean, honestly, mine's pretty boring. I'm probably just gonna spend as much time with my family as I can until I die.
Okay, well, I wanna reiterate. The fact
Oh,
that-
did I?
Well, no, Alyssa would be with me in that scenario
Right.
that I go to England.
Cam told Bailey to fuck off.
No, Bailey.
I'm gonna spend-
I told her you could come with or you can stay back.
Okay,
You can come with and fuck hookers.
So you're telling
you
me
can fuck male hookers.
No, sure.
Sure.
Or
Might
you
as well
can-
try it if you're
or
trying.
if-
She can watch
wants
me
to-
fuck hookers. I'll watch her fuck hookers.
she
we'll
wants
fuck each
to-
other and hookers.
She can come and throw on my Build-A-Dick and fuck hookers if she really wants to.
All right, go.
That'd be hot. But I mean, for you. How many beers is that? So yeah, I'd probably just spend as much time with my family as possible because they mean so much to me, and I don't know where I would be without them, and I wouldn't imagine a time without them, and I love them so much, and I would just want to spend every last waking moment of my life.
And then you go to a Boston Red Sox game.
I have been to one before, but yeah,
Right.
yeah, I would like take my family.
Imagine.
Okay, I'll think of a better. I got a better answer.
Do it.
How long do I have? How long do I have?
You have a week.
1 week.
1 week.
I'm going to
Sunday
choose. I'm
to
going to
Sunday.
choose 7 people.
Oh.
So So one of the days I'm gonna spend taking Rudy Killam to a Red Sox game.
Okay.
One of the days I'm gonna spend taking. Each day is gonna be spent with.
Is Rudy the first one though?
Well, I don't know. So basically, my dad, my mom, my sister, Lena,
I
her
feel like-
parents, and Ben.
I feel like Rudy's got to be the last one
Why?
Okay.
because he's
Because
losing
then
a son.
I'll cry the hardest for that one.
Maybe not, but just in general, like your dad's gonna.
And then
be,
I'll shake his hand, and then all the color will flush out of me, and I'll just collapse right there.
like
right-
right as the 9th inning ends.
Right in front of Fenway Park.
Dude,
or
how-
right in Fenway Park,
Okay.
and I die in Fenway.
How pissed would you
That's
be?
epic.
You're on the green giant or green monster, whatever it is.
And my body falls over onto the field, and they're like,
No.
we got to stop the game.
And your favorite Red Sox player just cracks a fucking home run right over the green monster.
And it's
green
what
giant,
kills me.
And you catch
It
it.
hits you in the
It
head.
hits me in the head and kills me.
You catch it. You're like, oh my god, heart attack, dead.
I take it. So, yeah,
And then some little shit runs
Lena-
up and goes, baseball.
Lena's parents, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my parents, each day
But what about their
spent
kid?
with... He can tag along.
So
Yeah.
8 people.
He's not
Yeah,
considered a
But like
person
each
yet.
day of the 7 days is going to be spent doing whatever is their
like he
thing.
is, but he's not old enough
Oh.
to not have somebody with him.
Right.
That's
right.
what I'm going to do.
So like
Okay.
with Ben, you're probably gonna go fishing or something.
Yeah, with Ben, I'm going to go hunting and fishing. With Maggie, I'm going to, I don't know, watch Jersey Shore. I don't know. I've never really talked to my sister, but I'm just kidding.
Okay, let's hear the diabolical answer.
Honestly, it's not gonna be as diabolical. Hold on, I gotta adjust.
Be real.
All right, can you hear this,
Yes.
or do I need to be?
I
close?
can hear you.
That is awesome. Did you hear that?
Do you want it? Do you want it?
No.
Did I hear that? Because I didn't.
Yeah, good. So I'm a guy who
Okay.
has this issue where
I've got a lot of cum, and I've got to get it all.
I am a little heavy today, but
You're backed up. You need to get milked.
we'll talk
I
about.
offered.
He knows about it, but
Camera can't see under this table.
not that way. Okay, so I'm a guy who has
But I can see that.
who has this issue where I like a certain hobby for like 4 months, and
I
then
get you.
and then out of nowhere it's a different one.
I get you.
He's kind of like me, but like with sports. I go, oh yeah, hockey. I'm gonna be a hockey player.
When
You
the
have
fuck?
unrealistic impulses. That's what I'll describe yours as. I took him to a Stars game for his first time, and he's like,
I remember that.
I'm gonna be a hockey player, and I was like, what? And he's like, I've got the golf swing. I was like, have you ever ice skated before? And he's like, no, I'll figure it out. Anyways, go ahead. Ferd.
While all of you guys were answering, I'm just like trying to think, and I kept overthinking. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm
Don't overthink.
I'm gonna think about like what I would do right now." And I have an obsession, like when nobody's around, like at home, I love to be naked,
Fuck yeah,
no matter what I'm doing, just naked.
it's free.
But I was saying I want to go to Augusta for 7 days, butt ass naked,
And just play golf.
That'd be serene.
play golf, and fucking sleep on 18
That'd be serene.
There you go.
for a straight fucking week. Fucking topless. It's just full nude golf course, you know. But only like card
Only
the,
for
girls.
you.
the topless is what would be.
Oh, the cart girls
okay.
are naked too. Not
Right,
just you.
yeah,
Oh, the
yeah,
cart
yeah,
girls are
yeah.
naked?
Oh, everybody.
Everyone's naked.
Everybody. But
Does
like
Tiger
old
come?
people.
Tiger
I don't know
comes
who-
through, and he's got a fucking third leg swinging around.
Right,
John
right.
Daly comes out. You can't even see his dick because his belly's hanging over
Right.
it.
but
Fucking
I
Phil Mickelson's hangs to
Yeah.
the left.
Dude, this is making me rethink my whole thing. Fuck the
so
hookers
like
and blow.
I'm thinking like cart girl is attached to my golf cart with all the drinks, like bottomless, and it's free. Gin and tonics like on tap, you know.
You like gin and
I
tonics?
think I know.
They taste like pine trees. I only like them on the golf course, so that's my thing.
Gin and tonics on the golf course.
Try
If you're
them.
gonna talk,
They
please
fuck
leave
you
it.
good.
Okay.
But yeah, I would get
You're
lost.
like, my voice doesn't need to be heard. Go ahead.
No, I get lost and I'd literally just fucking play till I couldn't anymore.
While you're there, will you please climb one of the trees and find the speakers where they're piping in the bird noises? I just need it. I need it. Find it.
Where even is
Get it.
Augusta?
Georgia. Augusta, Georgia.
You really think there's no birds in Georgia?
No, but there's a rumor where like you can hear bird noises like with people out on the course, and they're like looking up around and they see no birds.
Like
and there's rumors that they pipe in bird noises for the
Oh.
ambiance of the course.
Well, that entire golf course is so far fetched.
Oh yeah, that whole golf course is like Disney. Like they have sub-air systems so they can regulate the soil temperatures. Like they're playing God over there. It's like Jurassic Park but for golf course.
And they like
It's like an unrealistic, because everyone, you know, speaking as a golf guy, everyone looks at the Masters tournament on TV and then they go to their municipal course or their private course and they're like, why can't our course look like that? And it's like, because they have a fucking unrealistic, like,
There was a tournament 2 weeks ago. I watched a deal about it, and they tried to dry the course out, and they completely killed a tee box.
Killed it.
The day before the tournament, it was pronounced dead.
So what? Like, did
So they came
scalp
out-
it?
No, it just got too dry.
they
died.
stopped running water so they could try to firm things up, is what I'm
And
guessing.
so
right?
yes, and so they came out. They played the first day of the tournament. They painted it green. The
'Cause
next
it was
day,
turning brown.
they came in, stripped the entire tee box, and within the next morning, when they teed off at 7:00, they had a brand new tee box with turf on it that they could play off of.
Because they sodded it.
Yep, they came in, worked all night to sod a fucking tee box.
So some of these courses that have huge crews with lots of volunteers.
Yeah, there's
then-
like 50 of them working.
and you see a
fucking-
pristine ass, lush green, not a brown
You're talking-
spot in
you're
sight
talking
course
like-
on TV. It's unrealistic,
1,000 square foot tee box
right? You
with
can't,
and the rough around it that they just sodded.
you know, it's funny because you would think you'd be like, well, we can't just grow a tee box overnight, and then they fucking did.
Yeah.
Trace is like, this is getting boring. Let's talk about dicks again.
Trace just wants a dick in his butt. You sit on that dick, Trace. Here you go.
No, give me this mic. The only golf I know is Jim Ager.
Let's go, dude. I've never actually golfed with you.
3-par course, 9 holes.
I think you got most of it right.
It's 3-par. I'm pretty sure every
Par
hole.
three.
Par 3.
Par 3.
Fuck you. And anyway, the only other golf I do is Top Golf.
He
looking
called me
for this
today,
video.
and he was talking about how he got fitted for clubs, and I was like, "Oh, Cam's a really good golfer," and he's like, "We should go golfing sometime," and I'm like, "Yeah." Trace is more of a mini golf type of guy.
I can't golf. I'm so bad. But the funny part about that is Brendan asked me today. He was like, "Does Furby and Jake still call each other every Friday?"
No,
And no, but
I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
yeah, good point.
I'll mute my mic even.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Anyway, he was like, "Does Furby and Jake still call each other every Friday?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so." And then next thing I know, you're telling me, "Oh, Furby called me today."
That's funny.
And I was just like, maybe they do. I don't. It's always been a conundrum for
I
me in
send
my
out-
brain.
I send out a Friday motivational video.
You do.
And he happened to call me today because I said Cam's
Right.
coming to town today in the video. Did I send it to you this morning?
You
I
did.
don't always send it.
No,
Was
you
this
did
planned?
because
What?
Was them showing up planned?
Yeah.
Oh,
I planned to surprise you. I was texting him at Chipotle.
we
was
would have
like-
been here
Perfect.
sooner.
I was like-
I was like,
we would have been here sooner.
I was like, we're eating right now. Come and surprise us in the studio.
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes. I wanted to do this for you.
How'd you feel
Because-
when you saw us?
At first, it scared me because I didn't even hear you.
Well, Trace fucking flung the door open. I thought he was going to knock the tripod over. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Tell them
I-
the original plan.
Okay.
Threw his beer open. like,
So the original plan was, and this wasn't even coordinated at all. Literally was on our drive over here. I was like, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to barge through the door, crack my beer, and then if Jake's wearing a hat, which you are, he was supposed to like flip it off you. But you
Wearing
got your
headphones.
headphones on. And,
At least they were. See, that's good thinking in the moment. Because in the moment, I would just fuck you.
And then Furby was like, "But I got a hat on. What if he flips it off me?" And I was like,
That's literally
my first word. Like,
You're overthinking it a little bit.
I was like, "Well, if that happens, that happens."
Well, I'm glad you guys joined us. We went a little long this episode. I may have to split this into a couple parts. Last episode went fucking 2 hours.
How long is it?
We're at an hour 44.
Oh,
that ain't
So-
nothing.
I'm glad you guys came and surprised Cam. Before the night gets too late. Before the night gets too late, I think we're gonna probably crack a few more beers and hang out, chat, catch up, do some things.
Sure.
Yeah,
Cam,
it's been since football season since I seen you.
Oh yeah, and you never Snapchat me anymore.
on that note, Cam, thank you for joining me on this episode that you're the co-host of. Trace is a frequent guest.
Wait,
Furby, first time guest.
Before we go any farther and stop this, by the way, I did get all of my stuff to do the podcast.
Oh yeah. I think I did mention that.
Online, like over.
Well, I got like the soundboard and the mic and everything else.
Yeah, Cam and I are trying to figure out how to
But-
do this remotely.
It was once again like me and Jake's first episode ever. We one night we're like, you know what? We were talking about doing a podcast for months, and then we're like, fuck it, we're gonna do it tonight. And we tried to do it, and we thought it would just be you plug 2 mics in and go. Well, and then everything's not that easy. It was the same thing with me getting that. And Bailey's computer's a lot more new, so I got to have a USB to USB-C bullshit. Well, the cord can't take it in reverse. I don't know. They can't take it in the back door, which is bullshit. So,
I'll take you in the back door.
Her computer's.
I got to get a different cable. That's the gist of the story, and then we'll be recording sometime.
So bear with us.
Yeah.
Got your webcam and everything?
My phone.
Oh, yeah.
We're still figuring it out, but
Yeah.
for the time being, we'll still have amazing guests like Trace and hopefully Furby if you can figure out your fucking work schedule
We never
and
know.
get your ass in here and record with us. But this has been a banger episode, and I'm glad you guys came at the perfect time.
I love you,
So-
Cam.
Perfect.
You should move back to Lincoln.
I would, but
Stones thrown in heaven.
look at the dirty look I'm getting from
Oh
Bailey.
shit!
Never mind.
swear,
Never
if
mind.
no, if-
Stay where you're living.
No. If I told Bailey, I said, let's move back to Lincoln, she'd be like, okay. And she'd just start packing up all of her shit and throw it in the pickup.
Audio only on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, YouTube, TikTok. Go over there. I haven't posted in a minute, but
Give me a year or two, Build a Dix will be.
I'm gonna get back on that.
Good dick.
Signature dap. I can't. You're
Don't,
too far away.
Don't
but
even worry.
Don't
about
even do it.
it. Don't.
Thank you guys all for watching. Cam, do you got anything to hit them with? Until next time.
Always remember, malaria is not that bad.
Oh.
Whatever
Malaria's
happened
not that bad.
to Ebola? What happened to Ebola?
I don't know. I outran that shit.
When you were on your trip to Australia through Europe, and then
No, I was going up to Russia.
Africa, Russia,
Africa.
swam down to Australia, swam back to U.S.
yeah, okay,
And, you know,
He was in an
it
iron
must
lung
just be
for a minute.
it must just be the big cities of Russians that are pricks. Because I went way out in Siberia, and the one guy had a
Fuck
pet
the
bear.
tiger.
The one guy had a pet bear, and it was cool. It was
they
cool.
offered you a cigarette, and you said no, and he said,
Yeah.
"Fuck you."
Man, they can
Smoke this or I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to end this episode.
All right.